Good morning. I couldn't even look you in the eye when I said that.
I did like a whole lot of bargaining getting out of bed this morning, and I simultaneously won and lost. I don't remember all of the logic, but at some point I was just like, you know what? The reason for me getting up early is so that I can accomplish everything on my list, set a new routine, because I've been getting up at like 8 or 9, and that's no bueno. The goal is to wake up at 6:30 every day this week, but I didn't go to bed until maybe like 2 a.m. last night, which is not like me. Typically, at the latest, I'm asleep at 1:30, but it was probably like 1:40 when I was getting into bed. And there's no way in hell I went to bed 20 minutes later. So maybe a little bit after 2. Yesterday I went to the aquarium, guys, which I wasn't expecting to be completing things off of my list so soon, but alas, it was so cutie. Believe it or not, I am a morning person.
Watching the sunrise, collecting as much sunlight as possible during the winter is imperative. That's why I'm up early. Why else am I up early? Because I'm no longer used to waking up at like 6:37. If I start creating that habit again, I can, there's a word that people have been using, habit stack. I can habit stack waking up early with completing the goals to this 6-month journey. Yeah, I'll get to watch the sunrise. I have more time in the day. It just seems like a win all around, except for the fact that I didn't watch the sunrise this morning. Technically, it is still happening, but also it is freezing. Ain't no way I'm gonna go try and find the sun. I'm gonna stay inside where it's warm. I already did my journaling, and there are 3 other things on the list for me to accomplish this morning. I'm just debating whether or not one of them needs to get done now or if it can get pushed. I will be leaving my apartment for a workout class. I can't just look at you. I'm like glazing off into the distance. Sorry. I am going to a workout class today, so there's going to be some walking in there. So I'm kind of debating if I want to do it in the morning, but like, I shouldn't debate that. I should just walk for the half hour that I'm first up, or at least like 20 minutes, so long as I know that I'm leaving, because I definitely can make up the rest of the 10. And I'm going to edit. I last night threw all of my aquarium footage onto I don't need to explain this to you. Y'all, I'm tired. Oh, it's so much nicer to be laying down. All right, I stretch. I go stretch. I promise. I'll record it when I do. Okay, I've just been laying down on this yoga mat for I don't even know how long, but I'm gonna get ready for the day finally. I'm going to edit. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna head over to my workout class. Heading over to my workout class means that there's some walking involved, so that'll be the remainder of my morning routine. So quite proud of myself. I just wish I did it faster, but I also understand that my brain was not, honestly, my brain still isn't functioning at its fullest potential. I'm gonna do the best I can. Just wanted to keep you updated. I thought getting out of bed was difficult because I was tired. Turns out it was my subconscious expressing that today is going to be a bad day. It's been about a full week of me checking this class, making sure I know where I'm going, and every time I check, it says it'll take me 32 minutes, 35 minutes, 33 minutes, but like 35 is the longest time that it would take me to get there. So I'm just like, okay, I know I need about 40 minutes. Let me leave at like 11:20. And when I'm saying that, that's for me to get there 15 minutes early. Right, cool. So I go, I check 11:40. Cool. It is 11:16. I check how far it's gonna be. This is the first time ever it's at 43 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I will leave right now. I pack my stuff. I go to the train. I'm checking my phone, and my phone is telling me that the train I needed left like 2 minutes ago. But I get there, and they're just like, train approaching. So I was like, okay, cool. I didn't miss the one that my phone is saying that I should have taken. I get there, get on the train, and it was just like, okay, transfer at this stop to Manhattan Express train. I go, there are no Manhattan trains. So I'm like, obviously this means it's on this other platform. That other platform is only going uptown, which is okay, because they're just like, hey, if you want to go downtown to Manhattan, it's not stopping here. So you have to go uptown to go back downtown. It's happened before. I go uptown and I see the train going downtown, and I was like, I don't even know if I'm in an appropriate spot to get there in the next 30 seconds, but fuck it, I'm gonna try. I try, I make it, I find a seat. I'm like, we'll probably leave, train delayed, 10 minutes. And then I'll get there right on time. 12 minutes pass and I'm fucked. And I was like, okay, I'll Uber. I call in Uber. Uber says that I'll get there 17 minutes late. I think I can beg at 17 minutes. I check my phone. Uber is directly around the corner. I'm like, I come out the station. I stand in the spot for pickup. I check my phone. Uber is in the exact same spot. I go to the corner so I can witness them coming. Uber is not able to move because there is a FedEx truck blocking the way. I'm like, okay, no biggie. I will just wait for this car, check the license plates, and just wave and walk towards the car. He'll understand that I am the person he's picking up. I do just that. I get in the car. I check the ETA. It says I won't get there until half an hour into the class. Okay, cool. It is 1 minute before this class is about to start. I'm gonna cancel the class. I go to cancel the class. It won't let me cancel the class. Also, there is a fee for canceling the class. It is a $28 fee for canceling the class and a $31 fee for missing the class. Those $2 don't matter when I shouldn't be killing this money anyway. On top of that, I get Uber credits, which I'm grateful for. So I had my Uber credits for the month that I was looking forward to using in some degree that would bring me joy. Instead, I'm using them for this frickin' Uber. For some reason, they charged my credit card, this Uber ride. They charged me twice. I don't know why I needed to be charged twice when I have credits. But alas, I'm checking right now to see if those credits are still there, because maybe those credits just weren't applied. Those credits were applied. It's fine. Ideally, in the next few days, I'll check my bank statement and there's no fee. And I skipped this part, but I am borrowing a book from my friend. On the train, when I thought I had 10 minutes to kill, I pulled out this book, Water Damage. My water bottle spilled in the time that I was in the train. I'm not happy. I'm quite upset. And I have work to do, and I still haven't edited, and I didn't walk. I walked to the train station. I walked to catch the train. I walked to catch my Uber, and the Uber dropped me off at home. And I will consider that a minute walk. But the goal was a half hour. And I'm so sad. I genuinely just want today to end. This is the worst morning I've had in a hot minute. We're entering the afternoon, and I truly just cannot be arsed. I will complete the rest of the task, but in the evening. And I don't want to record because I'm already in a trash mood. I'm going to try again tomorrow. My alarm didn't go off today. I woke up like 15-ish minutes after it was supposed to go off. And then it took me another 15 minutes to actually try and get up out of bed. Let me check my alarm actually. It is not on. I don't know who turned it off, so I turned my alarm back on so that this doesn't happen for the rest of the week. Also, before I get into journaling, I have been like really getting in my own way. Yesterday was rough because I was tired, and now I'm feeling significantly less tired, which is nice. But I caught myself while I was brushing my teeth. I thought to myself, I was like, I haven't done anything to make more money, and it's just like, that's a lot of pressure. Yes, it's the part that scares me the most, but I can't sit here and beat myself up on day 3. It's literally day 3. I can calm down a bit. Full transparency, I did not edit yesterday. I did everything else. So today my goal is to edit for an hour, which I can do. I have 2 short form videos that I want to edit and this video. So I can definitely make up that hour. I don't know where the day left. I had like a really not great day yesterday, and I'm excited for today because it's not yesterday. Yesterday was rough. We're not gonna have 2 rough days in a row. What is my list? I'm gonna journal, I'm gonna stretch. I'm probably going to edit before I walk, but I'll let you know if that changes. And that will sum up my morning routine. Yesterday I went on my walk on the treadmill. I also did a little bit of walking on my attempt to go to that workout class, so I did 20 minutes instead of 30. Some of our treadmills are out of order, and I have 0 agency to leave my house today. I don't think I have any reason to leave my house today. No reason to leave my house today. So today is a treadmill walk day, but I did want to explain a little bit of journaling because it'll probably come up in the future. I just want to explain my journaling system because I have 3. So this one is like guided journaling where I pull out the card and answer that question. And then these 2 are more freeform. So this is my gratitude journal, my manifestation journal. Everything positive thinking goes in this journal. Sometimes it's phrases that help guide my perspective on things. If you watch the videos where I share my goals for this challenge, I also shared some monthly spreads from 2024, and in the spreads you can see some quotes. That's essentially the quotes that I put in here. Things that give me motivation, things that like help give me peace, in addition to just writing about the things that I want, because I do want to remember what I'm doing this entire 6 months journey for. So anytime we're just like, this is what my future looks like and it brings me so much joy because I'm gonna have it, that's what goes in here. Heater's going on, so sorry. But in this notebook, it's more of what is actually happening. So reflections on my day, what happened that day, and just brain dumpy thoughts. So if I am having some negativity, it can go in here. But this is like only positive vibes, so that if I'm in the need for an emotional boost, I can reach for this, and if I need an emotional dump, I will reach for this. And I wanted to bring these up because I'm running out of cards. I did this journal in 2023, and I finished journaling all of these cards by the end of February, and February's here. So I'm gonna be done with this notebook for a year at least, and then we'll switch over to journaling in Spanish in these. I don't know why I haven't done it yet. I guess it's daunting, but it is what it is. I'm done screaming, so I'll be quiet, but we're gonna follow along on this routine and hopefully it goes well today. I don't typically brush my teeth sitting down. It's more of I don't want my camera in my sink as I'm going to need to spit. Full transparency, we're gonna have a hard conversation with ourselves this morning. Yesterday and the day before went okay. We need to step it up and get so much better at this morning routine thing. I'll talk about it more in a little bit. I'm gonna keep brushing my teeth and going through my entire morning routine. I will talk to you right before I start journaling.
Buenos dias.
Full transparency, I have been scrolling the day away for the past 2 days. This is the most screen time I've spent on my phone. I would argue this is the most screen time I've had in all of this year. Just the past 2 days. I'm not going to confirm that, but that's what it feels like. So here's what I'm thinking. Last night I edited, and I edited for half an hour instead of a full hour. So at some point this week, I'm going to have to catch up on that full hour to make up for what I didn't do 2 days ago. The point that I'm having now is like, why the hell am I scrolling so much? Like, what is so overwhelming? I already explained to you my journals. We're going to whip out this bad boy, and we're going to get into these feelings because I have no idea what is preventing me from actually knocking out my morning routine in the morning. Granted, I finish before noon each day, but my goal is to also include editing as part of my morning routine. So now I'm bringing out the entire journaling spread because I have no idea what the hell is going on, and I also haven't been journaling in these for the past few days. Waking up and journaling in Spanish has been the easiest thing.
I've been stretching. That has been a hurdle. That has been the biggest hurdle, is stretching in the morning. My morning goals, I don't think I ever shared this with you. Sorry about that. But my goals for the morning, I want to stretch, journal in Spanish, walk for 30 minutes, and edit for 30 minutes. Those are my goals every morning. And so far, I've gotten stretching, journaling, and walking in the morning. So now I'm kind of just like, okay, like maybe waking up even earlier. I don't know. Because it could be that I'm just waking up tired. But yesterday, I woke up feeling pretty decent. And today I also woke up feeling decent. It's more of just like I just stayed in bed for half an hour, so now I'm a little more groggy. And I haven't been to our gym. So my walks currently are on a treadmill, which is not exciting either. But I'm just like, maybe I switch up the order of things. I do want to get up and journal in Spanish. Hablando en español primero, ahora, en las primeros horas del día. As you can see, I haven't been turning that one on today. Pero hablando en español, let me just tell you what just happened. I was speaking to you in Spanish, realized I didn't know what I was saying, tried to figure out what I was saying, but then my head went blank. So I didn't have anything in English or in Spanish, pero pensando en español, primero horas del día, creo que me va a ayudar en pensando en español yo lo puedo hacer, es que creando una rutina. I hope that's a word. Ahora voy a hacer algo muy peligroso porque me puede ayudar o me puede bite me in the ass. But in Spanish. So I'm gonna crank out everything from my bed, which is the dangerous part because I can become more tired, which essentially means I'm going to journal, I'm going to stretch, and I'm going to edit from my bed before leaving my bed, getting ready to go on my walk. It is 8 a.m. and I think I can do it. I just have to try really, 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 really hard to just stay. You know, I have a problem because I look down at my iPad and my game is open. I don't even remember opening it. So yes, I'm gonna play a little bit. I have a problem! Oh my god, the addiction is bad. But I only have 20 energies, so should be quick. Okay. See, not bad at all. Let me show you my card. I saw it was red. I don't know if I can do this. One truth. Why does it feel warmer today? It's like 22 degrees because it is warmer today. Oh, spring! I hate how cold it's been. You know what? I know exactly what I'm gonna write about. Like, I know I have a phone addiction, but recently it's been so bad that I'm kind of just like, oh, maybe that's my realization is that, like, I have been holding myself back because I've been scrolling so much. Okay, let's get journaling. I came up with a couple theories as to why I was scrolling the past 2 days. Well, the first day makes sense. I had a horrible morning. There are 3 theories that I have that might all be working in tandem. So 1, maybe my apartment isn't clean enough and my brain is kind of like clouded because of that. So I'm going to try and clean my apartment fully and then work afterwards so that it's not like my spatial clutter that's like causing my brain to feel overwhelmed. So that's 1. 2, it could be the spot that I was sitting in. I was in my comfy corner, and when I'm in my comfy corner, I don't like working. I did for a little bit. There was some time where I was working there, but typically when I'm working there, it's a slower work day. So I'm going to try sitting in my actual chair instead of my couch, and hopefully that helps a bit. So that's 2. 3, I think I'm overwhelmed with work. I was recently assigned a task that is a bit last minute and I don't want to do it. So I think I'm kind of like protesting, but I can't protest because then I'll get fired. So I think the goals are simple, where it's like clean my apartment, sit somewhere else, and get ahead on work, whether or not I want to. Like, if I'm ahead, then I can take the next few work days slower. So that would be more ideal. So that is my plan. And before I even get up for the day, I don't think it's 8:15 yet. It is 8:21, which is still good timing. So I'm going to take this time. I'm going to edit, and then I'm going to stretch, because stretching takes 5 minutes. Editing takes a half hour. and maybe I'll go on a walk because work doesn't start for a little over an hour. So that is my plan to combat my scrolling addiction recently. I also wrote, here's the thing. Thank goodness for that first video that we all watched together. You watched it, right? I mentioned in my first video that I would be rewatching my first video, and I did rewatch it this morning, and I realized, like, I don't believe that I have a problem with my screen time. The past 2 days have proven to me I have a problem with my screen time. And something that I mentioned in the video is that, like, whatever problem that I have isn't even the issue. The issue is that, like, I need to be spending my time doing other things. So that is my new goal, is, like, anytime that I'm tempted to scroll, or if I catch myself already scrolling, I need to stop and figure out what I could be doing instead to be more productive with my time. Because it's not bad to be scrolling. It's bad to be scrolling for a significant amount of time. So if I catch myself scrolling again, I have so many options. We can journal, we can color, we can edit, we can work, we can do our jobs, and we can clean. Whatever issues that I have, I need to deal with them instead of hiding from them. That's the update. I'm going to get into editing now, and I'm going to throw on a robe because it's getting cold and this heater is not kicking in as frequently as I'd like it to. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. And this video is going to be quite a monster to edit because you get my morning ramblings where I think I have a thought and I start communicating to you, and then there isn't any thoughts. It's just me talking. This video is the personality hire. It's doing the job, but, like, are you? Full transparency, I was watching YouTube videos instead of editing. I just killed literally 30 minutes that I should have been editing. I have a really bad problem. But it was YouTube, it wasn't TikTok, which is a different addiction. Whatever. I am hungry. Here is breakfast. It's definitely giving hospital. I haven't been showing my breakfast this entire time, but I have been eating, but because it's like slop that I throw together, that's what ends up happening. I did blend up my pancakes to do the crumbs that the peaches are sitting on, and then I covered it with condensed milk, chia seeds, and hemp seeds. And we're gonna see what this is like, and if I hate it, I'm gonna pour some milk in it and pretend it's cereal. And that's what I have to do. I need some milk. Scrolling has ruined my plans, so I am running late and I haven't moved my body this morning. But I did do a half hour of editing. I'm gonna try and do the other half hour tonight. I have to start getting ready for work, and I'll pick you back up just to do my walk-in stretches when I get on that. I'm very confident I can do it before noon. I have some work to get done, so I need to get started on my day now. But I'll see you in a bit. It is 1 in the morning. I finished tidying my living room and I procrastinated. I'm realizing heavily today that I have a stronger addiction to my phone and iPad than I originally thought. I also have yet to stretch. I will be doing that. Did not go on my walk, and I won't be doing that. I'm going to try and walk on the treadmill for half an hour tomorrow. Sorry, a full hour. And I still have to do that full hour of editing. I'm not trying to be hard on myself, and I might even give today to be a day of just, it was bad, and I don't have to make up for anything. Coming to the realization that I definitely have some habits, extreme habit changes that I need to adopt. That could be a learning lesson within itself. We'll chat more in the morning. I will be turning my alarm off. And I have to work out still. I'll figure it out. Yeah, this is not at all what I was expecting this video to turn into, but I guess I haven't been delusional enough. We'll try again tomorrow. Good morning. I am starting today off differently. What I am going to tell you is, as much as I'm disappointed in myself for yesterday and how yesterday went, I felt like it was a learning lesson, so I don't find myself beating myself up about it. So I'm going to try something new today.
For the past few days, I have been journaling first. And it's like something I'm really proud of myself for doing. It's not the most intimidating anymore, so I feel confident that I can journal later in the day. Things that I've been putting off: editing, walking, which walking used to be my favorite thing if you watch my 75 Hard series, but we're beyond that point and it's freezing out, so no longer in that world. So until it gets warmer, I will not be walking outside, and that really sucks. I also don't have a route now that I've moved, so I need to find a new route. But let's talk about the right now. I put on some workout clothes and I'm in the mood for a stretch. The stretching video that I'm using is like a 5-minute long stretching specifically for the splits, and I want a good full body stretch today. I'm putting a pin in the split videos and just having like mobility stretching just because I'm in the mood for it and I miss feeling a good stretch everywhere and not just my legs. I did wake up late today, so I'm just going to do my little stretch, answer this work stuff, and then I'm gonna walk on the treadmill. Then come back, journal, probably end up needing to do a little bit more work stuff, and edit. That's my plan today. I'm also realizing that like my morning routine doesn't have to be the exact same every single day. I just need to have my little checklist of how to get things done, but it is nice to know what makes sense for me. Like, I now understand that waking up and journaling makes sense. I was under the impression that if I could do everything from my bed and not have to get up, then I can knock out as many things before I even go and start my day. But obviously not obviously, but maybe that could be the reason why I am so uninterested in doing anything for the rest of the day. We're trying something different and we're moving our body instead of journaling this morning and seeing where that gets us. Like, as much as I'm upset with myself for going to bed really late, I am walking into my living room and seeing that it was mostly clear. I was like, ooh, this is great. This is kind of relaxing. Oh, I had a favor to ask you. I would love to know what products in your life have changed your life. It could be big, small, cheap, expensive. I assume that this morning routine would be me trying to stabilize my morning routine, and it is that still. Like, you know, I'm trying something new, seeing if this routine works better for me. But I realized also it's just like this entire series is a journey, and I want to provide as much help as I can along with sharing my journey. And it's not just like I'm doing this because I'm doing this, but also it's like I'm doing this, maybe you could try this as well. I just want to help give new perspective on things, and I think a part of that is like finding tools to make life easier. So I'd love to know what products in your life have changed your life, and it could be as simple as like I took a Q-tip to clean my AirPod case, or it could be as complex of like I bought this $40,000 million car that like warms my seat and I love it so deep, you know. Just so that we're on the same page here, things that have changed my life, just as a small little snippet. I got myself a Smeg hand blender. I love it to bits and pieces. I utilize it. That's probably one of my most used kitchen gadgets. So convenient, so nice. And the reason I got the Smeg one and not the other ones is because they're on the base of the food processor attachment is like a silicone cap. Like, you can remove it from the bottom and put it on as a top, and no other product on the market was being sold like that. So that was like a tiny bit of efficiency that made me purchase that over other hand blenders, and I love it to bits and pieces. My KitchenAid, I didn't purchase it, it was a gift, and I'm so grateful for it. I use it all the time. I made mashed potatoes in it the other month. It made mashed potatoes so easy. Yeah, what else changed my life? For my morning routine, I have a 2-step combo. I'll show you, but it's Junogo's lip milk and Edium. I actually don't know what that's called. This has been my lip combo. Edium's lip softening balm, and I put this on first, but this has been my lip combo every morning and night, and it's been so nice. This provides so much hydration to my lips, which I haven't found a product that brings that hydration back into your lips. This is a sensory issue and you can't use too much of it, so I understand if people hate this product, but I love it. This product has been so perfect. It's evened out the complexion on my lips, which I didn't even realize that I needed, and it's nice and thick, so reapplication isn't necessary unless I'm eating something. but these have been life-changing. And I have more products like that, but the reason why I'm asking is more so just I do want to start reaching out to brands, and I would love to know like what brands you guys love, what products you guys love, and hopefully create a partnership with brands that you guys are interested in seeing, in addition to brands that like are already a part of my life. Because if something changed your life, maybe it'll change mine as well. Oh, something else, these freaking sheets. I love these sheets so much. This I need to change, but these, I think 100% cotton. I got them off of Amazon and they were quite affordable to my memory, and I would love to get more of them. I just wish they had like more prints, but I've gotten compliments on the bedding of my sheets and how comfortable my bed is, and I think that plays a part in it. Can't believe I skipped over that. But yeah, so I'm just like, what products have changed your life that you enjoy using, that you love bragging about owning, just so that I'm a little more familiar with more brands to reach out to in addition to ones that I'm already part of my life. Or maybe we already agree and then it's a brand that works well because my audience already loves that brand and I love that brand, and we can give each other discounts. All right, I'm gonna start stretching now because this is loud and blowing in my face. I don't think I'm done speaking, actually. I do use my dishwasher as a drying whack because... Whack? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. If I'm using my dishwasher as a dishwasher, just know I'm having an awful day because dishes are actually my favorite chore. Anyway, I wanted to keep talking to you because I definitely do feel like what I'm currently going through is something that I could have beat myself up about, but the reason why I'm not, which might help people who have a tendency to be really critical with themselves, is that I'm on a journey that is genuinely going to be viscerally different than the life I'm currently living. If I mentioned this in my first video, but I haven't made $100,000 in a year, and now I have the audacity to attempt to make it in 6 months. For me to make it in 6 months, my life has to change dramatically because that is not a life that I have lived. I haven't lived a life where I'm making that amount of money in a year. Making that amount of money in 6 months is going to be extremely daunting. And so I can't be hard on myself about not knowing or not having the exact gall and the necessary habits to achieve a goal that I habitually have not been able to reach. It doesn't make sense for me to beat myself up about the fact that like I'm not doing something that I've never done. I'm trying and we'll see how we get there. This entire journey, as much as I want it to be an absolute success, like the second I think of something, I do it. Realistically, being realistic isn't great for the Delulu mind, but I do have to realize that like at the end of this, my life is going to change. Whether that be I reach my goals exactly or I develop new skills and habits that bring me closer to those goals. Either way, like I'm gonna be close. The only reason I wouldn't be able to even progress forward is if I don't make any progress, if I keep doing the exact same things I've been doing currently. And I am changing. I have to change. And I have a friend but we had this discussion briefly about if someone wants to change your life, it is extremely difficult because it is as easy as changing your habits, but changing your habits is extremely difficult. It does suck that I'm not doing the things that I expect to do throughout the morning, specifically in the morning, but I haven't created that habit yet. So I can't sit here and beat myself up about something that I'm working on. What I do beat myself up about is that how am I supposed to adopt these habits if I can't even do these habits once? But I think that's quite harsh. Like, you don't have to do it perfect the first time. You don't have to do it perfect at all. Especially when it comes to the goals that I have. It's better to get it done than to get it done exactly how I foresee it happening, you know? I look back at areas of my life where I'm kind of just like, oh, I wish this happened. But then I realized, like, if that hadn't happened, this really amazing thing in my life would never have happened. I'm gonna be honest. I don't quite understand why I just said that, but I think overall it's more of just like, this is new. and I'm still at the early stages. I have so much room to grow, and I will be growing, and this probably isn't healthy. But I would understand being harsher on myself the closer I am to my goal versus when I'm further away. So just be prepared for that if I'm ever like super difficult on myself at the end of this challenge, it's probably because I feel like I'm so close. The moments where I personally have felt regret in my life are specifically when I realized like I was so close to getting this life that I wanted, and instead I ended up here. That's where my regret comes from. It has never stemmed from not never. It is rarely stemmed from I should have done this thing so long ago. Because like that isn't where my regret stems from, it's where my disheartenment stems from. Because I live a fairly great life right now. I enjoy my life quite a lot, which is not something most people can say. And I'm grateful to be able to say it for myself. And I wouldn't have been here had it not been for those previous experiences. But the life that I'm actively living currently is as close to a life that I would want for myself. Is it perfect? No. Can it get there? Yeah. And I'm trying to get there. But I'm happy. I'm content. And I would love to be happy. When it comes to being hard on yourself, you definitely do have to take a step back and consider like, is it helpful or harmful to harp on these things? And yes, I'm disappointed in myself yesterday. I can't go back in time. I literally can't go back in time. And the only harm that I've done was to my future self. But that one day of not stretching, that one day of not going on my walk, what else did I miss? Let's give you the list. My one day of not stretching, my one day of not going on a walk, my one day of not moisturizing my hair or doing my monthly spread. I did everything else. That isn't going to kill me. That isn't going to completely stop everything. And progression isn't always linear on top of that. So even if I stretched yesterday, that doesn't make me less stretchy today. Again, I can't get into your mind and help you out with whatever demons you're fighting on your own. But what I will say is just like, if talking to yourself negatively is not encouraging at all, I don't know, stop. You're too sexy to be talking to yourself badly. No, for real though. But it's just like, I guess sometimes I do hyper focus on efficiency and productivity and making sure I'm utilizing my time as best as possible. A lot of times, like, I can't do X, Y, and Z until I do A, B, C. And that's how my brain works. So for me, I'm able to sit here and realize that I'm being really negative towards myself. And I can take that step back and be like, okay, like now that I'm speaking bad about myself, am I going to do something about it or am I going to sit here and complain? Because if I'm going to sit here and complain, I can stop thinking about it and focus on something else. But if I'm going to do something about it, then I'm glad I already had those thoughts so I can motivate myself to do better. But if I'm just going to sit here and like talk bad about myself and it doesn't make me feel good, obviously, and it also doesn't make me more productive and work towards the things that I'm beating myself up about, stop thinking about it. It really isn't that serious. Alrighty, I definitely gabbed way too long. I know exactly what video I want to watch for my stretch routine. With that being said, I hope this gives you something, a different way of living life. I'm not gonna sit here and play God. Like, I don't know best, but these are just things that have helped me with my life. And like, it'd be nice if we could help each other. Like, that's another reason why I was asking, like, what are some products that change your life? What are also some tips that helped change your life? I feel like I've shared them already, but I didn't vocalize them. Again, going back to that first video, I shared like my monthly spread. Those are the quotes that like really stayed with me. And it's probably not even on one of those that I've shared. But one of the quotes that definitely stuck with me, you can choose your hard, which you can live the life that you're currently living and are unhappy with, or you can work hard to change your habits and create the life that you want. And that is just like, you're so right, bestie. I can choose my hard. It is currently 5:50 p.m. in the morning, and I'm saying in the morning because this is a morning vlog, but I didn't really do any of my routine today. Didn't walk. I got an email from our building this morning being like, don't use the treadmill. So luckily today is a day that I go to trivia, and I do walk to trivia, which is approximately a half hour, a little over, I would argue. So definitely gonna get that half hour walk in, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, I have to leave in
40 minutes, so I'm going to take the next 30 minutes to hunker down and edit. I have my timer ready to go when I hit start, and if I have a bit of time, I might journal in Spanish. If not, I'll journal when I get back home, but editing is definitely going to be a monster. Instead of trying to speedrun getting ready to leave, I'm going to get ready now, and then when I finish my timer, all I have to do is run out of my apartment. So I'm going to change, and then I'm going to edit. Okay, there's more that I can do. This says 3 more minutes, but I think I started 3 minutes ago. I'm gonna go ahead and call this accomplished. I might snag a couple of clips from trivia, but do not hold me to that.
Somebody yell out the answer.
Sagittarius.
100% of you guys Sagittarius. Huzzah! Cheers, son.
There's at least one woman on every team. I love that we're all zodiac girlies.
100% you guess black and white. That's what I'm talking about.
But why did he be saying we guess?
Again, 100% raise your glasses. Keep drinking. Huzzah!
If it's 100, we all knew.
I need Dustin sometimes.
No, we knew that.
We did know
it's
that.
fucking Mike. I told you there was a stem on the island.
Good morning. I had an emotional breakdown this morning. Personal stuff. Don't worry too much about it. I'll be all right. I did journal. And I made up for not journaling last night. I had a very wonky going to sleep area. This is the first night I haven't put in my ortho-K lenses, but I can see very well. So I'm actually gonna go take a walk to a doctor's appointment and we'll stretch when we come back. I actually didn't record the rest of the day, but I shockingly did get everything done through the tears. We have a busy day today.
Buenos dias. I tried this week and I learned a lot about my routines, about who I am as a person. I definitely need to remove Instagram and TikTok off of my phone. That was like a majority of my time waste this week. Granted, did not have the best week and it's cold, which doesn't help, but I can still try and I still have faith that I will achieve my goals. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy challenge, and I didn't think it would be. I just hadn't considered it somehow. But yeah, there's a lot of life changes that I need to start implementing to create the habits of the person who I want to become. It is disheartening that I'm not close to where I want to be, but I know I can get there. Like, I'm not completely defeated. I'm not going to take you with me this morning. Yesterday was so rough and today is starting off with the same energy, so I'm just going to leave you here. Thank you so much for going on this journey with me and figuring out my morning routine. And even though I haven't mastered it, I did a really good job at staying consistent with the things that I need to do on a regular basis. With that being said, I'm glad I found the flaws in my current routine and my current lifestyle, so I know how to better reacclimate myself and my choices to fit the lifestyle that I want to achieve. I hope you took a little bit of nuggets, a little bit of inspiration, and you're still on your journey, because I saw a couple of you commenting. Oh my gosh, first off, y'all, I'm so behind. I have been checking my YouTube studios for the longest, and my subscribers keep growing. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. This has been one of the most exciting and also nerve-wracking accomplishments that I've ever achieved. I hit 1,000 views on one video within a week. Oh my gosh, 324 subscribers at the time of filming this. Thank you so much for all of your well wishes and the people who say that they're doing this journey with me. I'm checking in on you guys, and I hope that you actually are sticking with me. And here's the thing, this first week for me was rough. I'm not expecting you to be perfect. If you are, yes! If you're not, please start again now. Literally start again right now. After this video is over, go and do the habits that you feel will be necessary for you to accomplish your goals. This is so exciting. This is a journey I'm really excited for. It's a journey I'm really nervous about, and to have support means so much. So thank you guys for subscribing and watching. That being said, exciting things ahead. And for those of you who are just watching for entertainment, darling, let me know if I'm doing a good job. By the time you see this, I would hope to have a more structured morning routine, but I would love to know what your morning routines are, what gets you excited for the day, what gets you ready for the day, just so that I can take inspiration from you guys and you guys can take inspiration from each other now that we're growing. I'm excited to hear how things are going for the people who are on this journey with me. But yeah, so far, really rough week, but I'm still I'm still eager to achieve my dreams, and I still believe they're achievable. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.